Standardized testing has been around for years, so it's no surprise that it has become a big controversial topic. Michelle Obama stated in a quote, "If my future were determined just by performance on a standardized test, I wouldn't be here, I guarantee you that." This quote is especially important because President Obama passed the No Child Left Behind Act in 2002. The No Child Left Behind Act not only supports standardized testing, but it also calls for extensive and more added-on testing yearly. Standardized testing lacks improvement. It also is a failure to incorporate attributes that are important for our kids to know. Its rising costs outweigh the little positives there are for standardized testing. Student achievement for academic purposes has not improved with standardized testing. Caroline J. Henrich, a PhD professor at the University of Texas, stated this: "There are little to no positive effects of test-based accountability systems for overall progress." Intelligence is broken up into two categories. There's fluid intelligence and there's crystallized intelligence. Fluid intelligence relies on using problem-solving skills and critical thinking skills, whereas crystallized intelligence relies on using background knowledge that you've already learned the material and you apply it to the test. Unfortunately, standardized testing correlates with fluid intelligence. This is a problem because instead of knowing the information beforehand of the test, they are using problem-solving skills to eliminate the other options to choose the answer. We want our children to be able to know the information. We don't want them using skills to just guess. To read more information on crystallized intelligence or fluid intelligence, you can go to limiteducation.progress. Another problem in our schools is that teachers are teaching to the test instead of incorporating things like music and arts and history. This is a problem. We don't want our children only learning science, math, and reading. They're not going to like school as much if they don't get to experiment with other things like music and art. It's a waste of resources and it inflates their performance to teach the test. They're teaching only what they know or think is on the test instead of actually teaching what they believe the children should know for early on or later down the road. Studies published in the best economics and education journals have shown excessive evidence of teaching to the test. They say that time is taken to drill test procedures and other resources often are just put on the back burner. Not only that, but PISA, which is where we stand nationwide on where we are tested, has not improved over the years. We still rank below the bar, even after including all these other standardized testings like EOCs. Only a small portion of attributes are included now in standardized testing. They lack creativity, they lack resourcefulness, they lack reliability. These things may be hard to teach to a student from a book, but a teacher can easily show these attributes to them, or they can talk about famous people who went about their life and actually showed these kind of traits that kids need to thrive and to actually make relationships in the world. The thing we need to be careful about when it comes to these attributes is that we are pulling small samples from larger populations, meaning we are generalizing from a small portion of people, saying that these people don't understand what's going on. That's not always the case. A student could have an amazing education in history. They could be getting A's on everything, but their school and their classmates may be struggling. It's not fair to pull a small sample and then say the whole school or the whole class is not doing well. Standardized testing is extremely expensive. It has burdened our state budgets mainly because of No Child Left Behind. A report says that some states estimate $1.7 billion is spent on testing yearly. That is approximately $65 per student per test. To show how much money that really is, it puts it into perspective when it says an average teacher would earn $550 extra for each test that we could establish. The National Education Association argued funds be spent on other resources, things like early education for our preschoolers, or healthcare, after-school programs, support systems, things that the school systems and education systems need. If you want to read more about the National Education Association, go to educationweek.com. Thank you.